Hello, friends. Oh, it's very dark in here.
Oh, well, let's brighten that up then. How's that? Still dark?
It's still pretty dark.
All right, let's get...
But I guess that's kind of a
Well, let's see what happens.
harbinger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is dark.
I'm not sure what's happening.
Hello,
Why it's
folks.
so dark. Oh, it's coming down quite far. Hi, everybody. It's very dark in here tonight, and I'm not sure why. It's not really helping. Huh. That's peculiar. That's actually more annoying than helpful. I don't know why it's so dark. This is very strange. Curiouser and curiouser. Hey friends, let me turn on some house music
Happy
while
Monday.
we figure this little jazz out. Yeah, something's very weird with our lighting system. I wonder why.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your 5-minute call. 5 minutes. If you haven't peed already, you probably should. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, everyone.
calls.
5 minutes.
We have new calls. Does it seem dark to you? Because it certainly seems dark to me from here. Not dark? Sunny says not dark. It's quite bright, which is gonna not be great for reading. How is that? This doesn't look quite right to me, but you know what, friends? It's the joy of live theater. And with everything that's happening in the world, it's truly a miracle that we're even here tonight. Okay.
What do you think?
I think that it is what it is. I think it's tiny theater. I think we're on a low budget.
Oh, yeah, it is kind of dark.
It's very dark. Not so dark, they say, so that we can't see you. You know what? We'll figure it out tomorrow. I think it is just what it is. How's that? How's that for honesty? You know what I realized, friends, as we're all gathered here, as we're waiting for the show to start. Bryn's saying, oh my God, what's going to come out of her mouth?
I know, I'm having my sip right now.
Here's the thing about when we're doing tiny theater versus when we're doing a real professional play. We're hidden away in the dressing room, backstage, building our little magic circles. So you don't see like what happens between the transformation of regular life to characterization. But here in tiny theater, you get all the juice. You see all the...
See it all. See it all. Yeah.
You see it all.
I'm trying to...
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 minutes. 2 minutes is the call, folks. 2 minutes.
2 minutes is the
If
call.
you haven't acquired a tasty beverage, please do so.
Get that tasty beverage.
Please do so,
2
as Janine
minutes.
says.
Get that tasty beverage, everybody.
Yeah, we have new calls. Our friend Janine thought it's a new month. It's a new day.
Yeah. So it's time to
Mix it up.
mix it up. Shake it up a bit.
Mixing it up.
Yeah.
We got a new performance calendar. We got a new sign-in sheet.
We got a new production manager. Not true.
Yeah, we got
He's
new
alive
actors.
and well.
We got new
He's
actors.
alive and well.
That is the beauty of tiny theater. Thank you for saying so,
It is the
Bill.
beauty of it. Thank you, Bill.
Woo, y'all.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about.
we're a little behind tonight. So just talks amongst
Talk
yourselves.
about yourselves.
I gotta get
How
a
was
little
your week?
swig of water.
Your weekend.
How was your weekends? Are people feeling like they have a weekend?
You want water?
This is water.
I thought you said when you said you needed to get some water, I thought you meant literally you needed to fill that up. But you're just talking about a sip.
No, I was just saying.
I was trying to be.
chivalrous.
Yeah. How you doing?
Kathy Gray says hello. Hello, Kathy Gray.
Hi, Kathy.
Who else is there? Brenda. Hi, Brenda. Roberta Meisner's here. Yeah, everybody's here.
Yeah, it is kind of dark, isn't it?
It's very dark.
Maybe I have to take my hair is getting really crazy.
Holly's here. Holly, hi, Holly. Y'all, we have new calls from our stage manager friends. It's very moody here in Tiny Theater tonight. I think it's
very moody.
an
I don't know what's going on
indication
with this,
of just where we
I
are
don't
in the
know.
world.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
It's time to build our magic circles.
It's time to get ready for this one.
Here we
Ladies
are.
and gentlemen, could I have places, please? Places, please. For the top of the show, places, please. Places, please.
Listen to how excited
Thank you,
Janine
Places,
is about
Janine. I know, it
places.
gets me ready. It gets me really
Yeah,
excited.
listen to this one.
Stand by, please. House to half. Go. Lights. Go. Sound. Go.
Sound go. Janine,
Woo!
these are awesome.
Right on.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Tiny Theater. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Before we start tonight, folks, let's get all of those irritating distractions out of the way, shall we? Take a moment to silence your cell phone, spouse, children, and pets while you're at it. Unwrap those candy wrappers, open those chips, and pop that corn. Now, give yourself a break. Crack open a tasty beverage, sit back, put the world on pause, and enjoy our next performance. Rachel and Brendan, take it away.
Take it away, she
Oh my gosh.
says. Take it away. So much pressure.
That really amps
Thank
it up.
you, Janine. That is so fun and hilarious.
Thank you, Janine.
Pop your corn. Pop that corn,
that
she
corn.
says. Pop that
Pop
corn.
that corn.
Here's a little inside tip. Janine makes the meanest popcorn. She makes some good popcorn in a bag. Her and Vicky use brown paper bags. Popping that corn. Hey everybody, welcome to Tiny Theater.
Yes. Coming
Happy
to you
Monday,
live.
everybody. Ooh, Lord. If you have never been with us before, I'm Rachel.
I'm Brendan.
And we
Welcome.
are here in our closet, come rain or come shine, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, doing play readings straight to your living room, straight
Right.
to wherever you are in your house from our tiny closet here. So welcome.
Welcome.
We
hope-
are doing plays
Yeah,
tonight,
and
y'all.
for those of you who joined us last week and enjoyed Jacob Emma Pell's plays,
Yes.
we know several of you checked out his documentary. We sent him a note afterwards and said how successful and fun the week was, and he responded promptly and said the pleasure was all his, and he was really flattered that people were so responsive to it. And I know some of you have reached out to him for copies of his plays, and I think it's fantastic. So that was a nice week. So thank you.
Do we have any special announcements or thank yous tonight? I feel remiss. I feel like there is something that we're supposed to say. So if I come up with it, I will put it in a post on the Facebook page.
Yes.
Because I can't think what it is right now.
We're just thanking everybody's here tonight.
Yeah, we do.
It's a
thank
big
you
thank you to all of you.
Yeah, for being here with us.
Yeah.
Our loyal friends and family and followers. It's really, really sweet.
As we go into June, now we're into month
Who
3.
could have guessed we would
did
be
March,
still doing
April,
Tiny
May.
Theater?
Now we're into June. Tiny Theater
Yeah,
rocks.
March, April,
and it
May,
lives on.
June. Holy moly.
All right.
Should we announce our playwright?
I think we should really announce our playwright here.
Sorry, y'all. It feels a
Really
little dark.
but I guess you're saying it's okay, so.
Yeah, so it's very moodish tonight.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Yeah.
Let's announce this playwright. New friend to Tiny Theater, so we're very excited.
What the heck was that?
That was somebody sending me a text message. Sorry, friends.
Please don't text us.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Our playwright tonight is
Rachel Bublitz.
Rachel!
Rachel Bublitz.
Oh, we are so excited to read your play tonight, Rachel. Rachel is she's one of these playwrights who we had not had a relationship with before a Tiny Theater started. Rachel heard about Tiny Theater from a playwriting group of friends, and she sent an email one day, a private message in Tiny Theater Messenger, and said, hey, I'd like to submit a play to you. And man alive, is this play something else. It's a goodie. So we're so excited to share Rachel's story and her words and her playwriting excellence. Really, how she's crafted this play is quite something.
Yeah.
So we're going to read Rachel's play.
Well, we're going to read scenes from it.
Yes, we're going to read scenes from Rachel's play. Rachel's actually also involved in another play reading tonight in the Bay Area in California. And so she may join us in a little bit, or she may be watching the archive, depending on the timing, because of the time change between California and Florida.
Yes.
So, but we're so excited to share this play with you.
Rachel, okay. So this play, a little bit about this as we go into this. On Rachel's website, she gives some information on all of the plays she's written. She's done a lot of work, so her website will be on the link at the end of this, so check it out. Yeah. This is a play called Codename White Mouse. Codename White Mouse. Now, we're curious if there's anyone out there who know what that is, because this is historically accurate.
Maybe somebody's familiar with this woman before the play.
This play was, Rachel wrote this play having been inspired by research on this woman and also her autobiography, which is simply called White Mouse. So Codename White Mouse, this is how Rachel describes it. When the Germans invade France, Nancy, a rich socialite housewife, isn't able to sit back and do nothing. Despite her husband's objections, she gets involved with the resistance. For Nancy, it's a slippery slope, and soon she graduates from delivering letters to breaking men out of concentration camps. Forced to flee the country with the Gestapo and Vichy on her heels, she is led to safety over the Pyrenees Mountains. Nancy, however, isn't satisfied with a quiet life back in England and requests quickly to be sent back into the fight. After training, the SOE dropped Nancy back into France and into one of the Maquis camps, a guerrilla group of Frenchmen still fighting the Germans. Surviving in a male-dominated world, Nancy's motivations are constantly called into question, forcing her to make the men see her as a person capable of great things and not just an object of desire. At the end of the war, though, when France is finally free, the audience and Nancy learn just how much she sacrificed by fighting for what she believes in. Codename White Mouse is a very powerful play. So we're going to read some scenes from this tonight.
You ready?
I am ready.
Okay, friends, here we go. Codename White Mouse, a full-length play by Rachel Bublitz.
This play features 21 characters, and the play was designed to be performed with an ensemble of 6 actors, 3 men and 3 women. Among the characters that we'll read tonight are the following.
Nancy Wake, female, 30s, any race, born in New Zealand, raised in Australia, married to Henri Fiacca, a Frenchman and living in Marseille, France, before the occupation, a.k.a. Nancy Fiacca, known to the Germans as the White Mouse.
Henri Fiacca, male, 50s, any race, French, Nancy's husband, rich and powerful, owns a factory and donates a lot of money to resistance groups. Also, you'll see Ian Garreau, male, late 20s, early 30s, any race, English, an English officer, trapped in France after France had fallen. Officer Richter, male, 30s, any race, German, runs the Mausac concentration camp. And lastly, you'll see a character named René Travers, who's male, 20s, 30s, any race, French, a resistance fighter with the Maquis.
A note on costumes, set, and props. The set and props should be simple. Each different location can be suggested with a prop or a single set piece. Similarly, the different characters can be suggested with a slightly different costume, perhaps by adding or taking away a hat, a hairpiece, or facial hair. All of this to make the transitions between the scenes as short as possible.
Scene openings. The direct addresses to the audience at the top of each scene should be done in character. They also need to be said deliberately and with clarity. This is the only time the audience is given this information. Allow what is happening at the top of each scene to inform how these lines will be delivered.
Playwright note. This play is inspired by the real life and adventures of a World War II spy, Nancy Wake. While I studied Nancy and her experience through the war, I present the conversations and events as I imagined them. Additionally, while some of the other characters were historically involved in Nancy's life, some I have made up and others I've changed the names of. For further reading on the amazing Nancy Wake, I recommend her autobiography, The White Mouse.
So we'll begin midway through scene 1 of Act 1. This is a Christmas feast happening at the home of Nancy and Henri Fiocca, Marseille, France, 1940. What we learn in the first part of the scene, they have other guests with them who are members of the resistance. And in the course of the conversation, we understand and learn that Nancy has been helping them. Well, they've both been helping them. Henri has provided financial support for them, and Nancy is helping them through small little errands of delivering envelopes and things like that. Toward the end of the scene, before the guests leave, we realize that there is a reference to her upcoming Paris trip. So the guests leave, and husband and wife are left alone. So it's Paris this time?
It will be fine.
Paris is crawling with Germans. It's occupied.
How many shopping trips to Paris did I make before the war? I have the perfect cover.
That man asks too much of you.
I only have to deliver an envelope.
So you're considering it?
I told you from day one, I will do everything within my power.
So you've decided?
Yes.
And there is nothing I can say to change your mind, I suspect?
No.
But Nancy...
Keep your voice lower. Nancy flips the record as the first side has run out. She returns to the table.
Have you given much thought about me in all this?
What have you got to do with it?
Well, I'm your husband, for starters.
Yes, of course, but
They could capture me in hopes to get you.
they don't know who I am.
Or my father, my mother, anyone in my family, any of those law-abiding citizens. Snatch them in the night and put them through God knows what to get at you.
They do not know who I am.
My mother is scared.
Look around, Henri. What mother isn't?
And what if you're captured? Taken to a camp, do you think your friends will work as hard to get you out?
That doesn't matter.
Excellent, wonderful. I'm thrilled to know that you have zero regard.
You know what's happening out there. You've seen it. How can any of us matter right now? We have to do all in our power to squash it. We have to.
I love you, and I sympathize. You know I do. I do hate the Nazis as much as the next man.
Then you know I can't just sit back and do nothing. Neither of us can.
I bought you an ambulance when you wanted one. I taught you how to drive the damn thing. And every time those two walk in with their hands out, I make sure they leave with funds sufficient for flight papers, exit visas.
But that's just it. I have no money to give.
What's mine is yours. We are the same now.
This isn't a choice for me, Henri.
They can have my money. They can take this flat. They can have the factory. Take everything but you. I won't give you up for this cause.
I'm not yours to give.
You are my wife.
And I have made up my mind.
I should have taken my father's advice. He told me I was crazy to marry a woman so headstrong.
It's a little late to reconsider.
Isn't that always how hindsight is?
Relax, darling. It isn't as if I'm sneaking people out of concentration camps or anything. How much trouble can I really cause with a package or an envelope here or there?
I suppose.
And I'm very good at slipping through cracks. You'd be impressed if you saw me on a mission.
You never fail to impress me, Nanny.
I should get a start on this table. Otherwise, poor Marie will be up all night cleaning.
So when will you leave?
I'm not sure. Maybe a month. Maybe less.
Would it help if I joined you?
It might. I'll run the idea past Garreau and O'Leary.
Yes, they'll know what's best. Anything you need is yours. Everything I have to give.
I know that, of course. And don't worry so much. If I'm caught worrying about it, it won't be worth a damn anyway. I might as well enjoy what we've got while we got it.
Is that an invitation, Mrs. Fiocca?
Let me clear the table. And then we can retire to the bedroom for your special Christmas present.
Nancy gives Henry a quick kiss, grabs plates and platters, and exits. Henry sits. End of scene.
Scene 2. An interrogation room. Nancy paces the room. She wears a dress that screams upper class and carries a purse. Officer Richter enters, speaking to the audience.
Relax, darling. It isn't as if I'm sneaking people out of concentration camps or anything. Mauzac concentration camp, France, February 1942.
I have been waiting in this filthy little room for over 2 hours.
Officer Richter closes the door.
But where is Officer Garreau? I'm here to visit him.
He is preparing himself, of course.
Preparing himself? Just send him in. I know very well he won't be clean.
Soon, madam, soon. Will you sit and talk with me some?
Forgive me, but I hardly came to this frightful place to chat with you, sir. I'm much more concerned with my family. I hope you understand.
Oh, yes, your family, of course. Officer Garreau is your cousin, yeah?
Correct?
You are quite the upstanding family member, braving our little camp for a visit.
He's my mother's sister's only son. Would you do anything less?
What I would or would not do is not the point. Now have a seat.
Very well.
Hand me your bag.
Excuse me?
This is not a luxury suite, but a place of prisoners. Hand me your bag.
They've searched it already.
I will not ask a third time.
Nancy shoves her large bag into Officer Richter. He dumps the contents out on the table and sifts through it.
I've had no escapes, you know.
How very nice for you, officer.
I wanted to stay that way.
You seem so incredibly organized, I can't imagine anyone getting away.
It is my understanding that a large sum of money was transferred to you yesterday afternoon.
I beg your pardon.
Officer Richter drops Nancy's bag and its contents onto the floor. You heard me. What was it for?
Shopping, of course. I need a new winter coat. My husband needs new boots.
40,000 francs seems quite an outrageous sum for a little shopping.
It may seem like a lot of money to someone like you, but trust me, 40,000 francs is not a lot to me. I was even thinking of requesting more from my husband, seeing as how so many goods are overpriced these days.
Your opulence disgusts me.
Pity. I was starting to feel all warm and fuzzy toward you.
If your cousin goes missing, I will find you.
And if a hair on his head is harmed, I will find you.
Send in the prisoner.
End of scene 2.
We go now towards the end of Act 1, Scene 6, which takes place in the Combined Operations Headquarters in Whitehall, England, November 1943. We've understood in the time that's elapsed that Nancy has escaped through the Pyrenees and got out of the territory and now resides in England and is quite restless at this job. And she's visited by her friend Ian Garreau, who was the prisoner in the concentration camp scene a few years prior.
Which she helped escape. Garreau enters and watches Nancy. Garreau looks like a very different man from scene 2 at the concentration camp. He's gained weight back, and his skin has color again.
You know, it really isn't safe here for a woman on her own after dark.
Ian Garreau!
How was your foray over the mountains?
Like a walk through the park.
And you've enjoyed being back on free land?
It's been great. Fine. I've grown a little restless.
Hence your honourable volunteer work at the esteemed Combined Operations Headquarters?
I had to do something.
And you like it? I hear the work's very rough.
Grueling. I have the paper cuts to show for it.
And I'm glad you have found such a suitable use of your talents.
Don't tease me. The Free French wouldn't take me. They thought I was in cahoots with the English, and then I went down to sign up to help England. And it was either nurse or this.
So not much of a healer then?
Not if I can help it. Although now I'm seriously reconsidering my stance on the matter. But enough about me. How have you been doing, darling? You look much better than on our last visit.
Yes, well, yes, that wasn't the best of circumstances.
And the Brits are keeping you good and busy?
Yes, no rest for the wicked and all that.
Good. I don't suppose you can fill me in on any of it. I've been dying for some real information. All I'm privy to here is which of the young women have overbearing mothers. Oddly, it turns out they all do. And when the next damn dance is scheduled.
Yes, sure, I'll catch you up. So, we're fighting the Nazis.
Some help you are.
No, but in all seriousness, you're settled and happy, yes? I meant to look you up when I first got in, but duty kept me away longer than I expected.
Oh, yes, I've gotten myself a lovely flat. It has a nice view of the river, which I think Henri will be very fond of.
Henri is joining you then?
Yeah, it's hard to know when, but I imagine he'll wash up in a month or so.
I see. I thought... Well, that makes sense. You'll have to throw one of your famous parties when he does arrive. It would be wonderful to see him again. Have you worked out how to get around the rations here yet?
No, those parties. I don't think I could stomach another one. Not for a good long while after, at least. Maybe Patrick's criticism has finally gotten through to me.
Yes. O'Leary did have a way with words.
Have you heard from Patrick? He'd promised he'd be on the next run out of the country, but it's been months and there's still no sign of him.
There was a double agent in the organization. That's why you had such a time of it leaving France. Patrick is dead.
No, not Patrick.
I'm so sorry, Nancy. I feel responsible for getting you mixed up in all of this. If it wasn't for me...
No, don't. It is a fight that I never intended to stay out of. Before Henri and I met, I was working as a journalist and I had been sent to Vienna on assignment. This must have been 33, 34. They had people, Jews. They had them tied up in the streets, tied arms to legs, and they were whipping them. Men, women, children, tiny little babies clutched to their mothers' bodies. They were filthy, bloody. And everyone, I was in a sea of people and no one stopped it. They were just continuing along their day as if, and I did too. I was helpless, but I vowed after that I would never just do nothing ever again. Patrick died for a cause he believed in. He was standing up to evil. We all should. How can anyone in good conscience not be willing to give their life these days?
Well, that's actually why I'm here. Have you heard of the Special Operations Executive?
Of course I have.
They've put me in charge of a new project. And this is something to be spread around, not to be spread around, of course.
Yeah, no, of course. You have my word.
I've been tasked to find a few individuals to send to France. The Marquis need help preparing for D-Day. They need guns, organization. We need officers on the ground to take command over there and get them ready.
And you need some advice on who you should send?
No, I want to send you.
Me? You want me to... Of course, I'll do it. When do I leave?
Yes, but you just told me Henri is coming, and...
No, and he can wait for me here until the war is over.
Are you certain? The training will be difficult. There won't be a lot of other women involved. The Marquis are a very headstrong group. My superiors aren't convinced that they'd even accept a woman, let alone let her whip them into shape.
But you know I can do it.
I think you were born to.
Then I'm all yours, sir.
Now, it's a It's a bit more complicated than that.
Come on
Nancy.
now, Ian. Do you want to send me or not?
Of course I do, but I want you to be fully abreast of the situation before you sign up. The Gestapo, they know who you are. They've come to call you the White Mouse.
White Mouse? What an awful code name. What, have all the tiger and lion names been snatched up by now?
It's not a joke. There's a price on your head.
And according to them, how much am I worth?
5 million francs.
That's quite a sum.
They're dead set on catching you.
Send me back.
You sure?
I've never been more certain of anything in my life.
The Germans don't stand a chance.
No, they bloody well don't.
End of Act 1.
End of Act 1.
The last scene that we highlight in Rachel Bublitz's play, codename White Mouse, takes place top of Act 2. So at this point, we find ourselves in a Maquis camp in the forest surrounding Cosne d'Allier, France, May 1944. Nancy has been dropped in, and in this scene, she's talking with one of the resistance fighters.
Nancy opens her case. It's filled with money, a bottle of whiskey, a few cosmetics. She makes herself as lovely as she possibly can and opens the bottle of whiskey. Nancy closes the case back up and sits down on it.
So, this is where you're hiding. I'm looking for you all over, madame.
How funny, because I've been looking for you. I need a bicycle.
Oh, no, riding in woods is no good.
Not for the woods. I mean to... how rude of me. Would you like a drink?
So you're hiding the real whiskey?
I've got a lot of tricks up my sleeve.
Oui, this must be true. And I will have, if you're having two.
Oh. The bicycle is for me to get to see a friend.
Oh, he's strong.
A friend with codes. I'm sure you figured out by now we're missing ours.
This is being why England sends no guns?
Yes, that's why.
Yes, we were wondering why we need you if England is sending no guns.
Without me, London won't support.
But I am wondering if you can get them even if you are having codes.
Have another drink.
You also?
I will outfit them in. That's why I'm here. But if I can't get word to London...
I am thinking that you are a beautiful woman.
I'll drink to that. Here, have another.
I am not having practice.
Hard to get the good stuff these days.
Are you jumping in with it from the plane?
Of course, a real lady doesn't travel without good whiskey.
Now, I wonder what else you bring to my forest.
A little of this, a little of that.
Now, I am hearing rumor that you are hiding many francs.
You don't say.
The men, they are good, very good. I am trusting with my life these men, but these men are not being without a temptation. I am thinking money would be more safe with me.
So sorry to disappoint, but we lost the money when we lost the codes.
But when you were jumping from the plane,
It was so dark that night.
I am thinking you do have the money, but you are not having me and trust for me. See, this is being sad because I am wanting to help you.
I do wish I had the money to give, but like I said, it's lost.
You are not thinking to check the field?
They bombed the field 3 nights ago.
They are bombing, oui. So the money is no more.
Afraid so.
C'est la vie.
Oui.
So, if you're not telling me where I can find the francs, I am wondering Well, what will we do with the time together?
Let's figure out how to get me a bicycle.
No. I am thinking of no reason why you are needing a bicycle.
There's an agent in Cartier.
Okay.
They won't suspect a woman on a bicycle.
No, you're not making it past checkpoints. The Vichy or German pigs will be shooting you.
And what's it to you if they do? As I said, I'm useless to you here without the ability to communicate with London.
Poitiers is very far distance. I'm thinking more than 150 kilometers.
Over 200 kilometers, actually.
And you are knowing the many hills. The mountains between there and where we are here. A woman with her pretty legs, a woman is not making on bicycle.
All it'll cost you is a damn bicycle if you can't do it. And if I do make it, you'll have enough bazookas to blow the Gestapo to bits.
No. You are with the soft skin and you are needing a big man to hold you when the fighting goes. I am thinking you send your little friend for you. He has the bicycle ride and you are here having warm nights with me in my tent.
Have another.
So, are you thinking about what I say?
He doesn't know French well enough to pass as a citizen.
I am betting you are much more pretty with the dress and not these trousers for the man.
And I imagine you're downright handsome without a beard.
The tent I am having is very nice, and I'm thinking how sad it would be if we are getting blown to bits and not having good times before this.
I couldn't agree with you more.
So maybe we are forgetting bicycle and codes and guns. Maybe we are thinking only of you and me.
It's tempting.
Yes, you are being the most pretty, I think, without a thing on at all. I am liking to think of this. I am closing my eyes and seeing you like this from when I see you stuck up in your parachute on the tree. Are you remembering this?
How could I forget? Wasn't more than 2 weeks ago, darling.
I come to collect you. I am not, we're not expecting they sent woman. And there you are. You're hanging like a beautiful fruit.
And isn't that just what you said?
Yes, I am saying to you. I am coming back to this tree. This tree is having the best fruit.
And do you remember what I told you?
Oh, you are speechless. I am thinking you're overcome with feeling for me.
I told you to cut the French shit and get me down.
My way is how I am liking to remember. But, see, in my way, you say nothing, and when I am getting you down, then we are making love.
Well, aren't you just the romantic?
Yes, this night is good, we? I am seeing the stars and the moon, and I am thinking of how it is like the night from before, the night we are meeting. Maybe I'm stringing you with parachute up in the tree, eh? Maybe we are trying my way of getting you down.
Tempting, really, but I have another proposition for you.
Is it involving my tent and having the money that you maybe not losing?
It could.
Then I am hearing it.
There's a chance the case with the frogs fell far enough away from where they dropped their bombs that it's still intact.
Oui.
I think I could get it for you.
Oh, oui.
And I will share your tent.
I liking and thinking this is everything good.
You haven't heard the whole deal.
Madame, why are you having more? Is the proposition, as you are saying, it is being perfect. It is being as perfect as you are being beautiful.
There's always more, darling. You haven't heard the if.
Fine. Then what are you saying with the if?
If you can outdrink me.
The whiskey?
Exactly. We have shots until one of us no longer stands. You get the money, and me, if I lose, I get the bicycle if you lose.
You're drinking more than I'm drinking. No. You are not. I am thinking we do proposition, and I am thinking I am to win.
No cheating now.
Mm-hmm. I'm not having to do cheating.
Seems to me you're already the one on the losing end.
Mm-hmm. I'm making you think I'm having enough, but I am ready for more and more and more.
We'll see soon enough, won't we?
I am not drinking whiskey in my home.
No.
Yeah, my wife is not liking. You are not being like her.
I didn't know you were married.
She is. She's being very fat. We are having many childs, and she is staying big from this.
That happens.
I have so much missing for her and for the child.
Drink.
I needed the time.
That's not how it works. Drink or I win.
I have never seen a woman drink so way.
It's a real gift. I am having. I am having the bottle. She is moving in circles. Drink up or get out.
He goes to pass the bottle, but falls to the floor.
That's all you're gonna get.
Gonna get.
That's all you're gonna get.
Fini.
She brings him under the table, and she gets the bicycle.
And she gets the bite. She goes to Poitiers. And another. This is a very powerful, well-written play. Really, really stunning play. Thank you, Rachel Bublitz.
Yes, thank you, Rachel.
Just for disclosure, this was water.
Water.
This is water.
So, yeah, it's a really, I don't know. Did you know the story of Nancy Wake and the White Mouse? Did any of you know that story?
Well, now we're going to get the autobiography because I'm really tempted to read.
So, the program, it's the standard program that has a little bio about Rachel, and then the post that dropped at about 9:30, I think, says more about Rachel and about her writing, and has some links that you can find her. But there's a third post that I shared that's the Wikipedia link about Nancy Wake and sort of her dedication to the cause of being a part of the French Resistance. And yeah, it's amazing that she sort of started out delivering envelopes, and then she was helping get people out of concentration camps, and then she ultimately lost her husband.
She lived to be 98. She died in England in 2011, I think. But she was in the thick of it, as some of these scenes beautifully show. Some harrowing scenes and some things that are all, largely based in fact. And Rachel does say, and as she said at the beginning, a lot of the conversations are how she imagined them. But it's a very compelling piece. So yeah.
Yeah, so we hope you will find out more about Nancy Wake and how she couldn't stand by and do nothing whenever she saw all these atrocities happening, which is really super inspiring. Super, super inspiring.
Okay, do we have...
We do have some
music.
So we have some music to play out.
Everybody, time to get your tasty beverage.
Yeah, time to get your tasty beverage. It's that time of the night. And thank you, Janine, for our new calls.
Our new calls from Janine, which are lovely.
Yeah, our new calls. Yeah, so we have our Uptown Funky Beats as we play out tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all, I can't pretend. Life is crazy right now. And so thanks for sharing a little time with us in the tiny closet. I hope everybody's staying healthy and well.
Yeah.
And, yeah, Kathy Gray, we can't stand by and do nothing either. I know.
So we raise our glass tonight, all of us, in unison. And, I think this is just a toast to, a general toast to the well-being
Of all of the world.
Yeah, to the welfare of all. Let's hope that things can find a safe remedy. But in the meantime,
Yeah,
we
thanks
will
for
continue.
joining us here.
We will continue on Wednesday, and we enjoy being with you. And
Yeah.
thank you. And that's
Yeah, it's nice to be together. That's all I can say. It sure is nice to be together.
Yeah.
And being in the theater sort of gives us a sense of fellowship and community and trying to figure it out together. So here's to you.
Cheers, folks.
Here's to us.
We'll
Here's to all of us.
We'll see you on Wednesday night. Thank
Yeah.
you again, Rachel Bublitz.
Yeah,
It was nice.
thanks
It was
everybody. We love you. Be
All right.
well.
Be well, everybody.
Stay safe. Stay healthy. Stay well. Stay home. And watch Tiny Theater. We'll see you Wednesday. Be well,
Bye,
everyone.
everybody.
We love you. We love you.
So long.